What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rear Naked Radio. I'm one of your hosts, Jamie Kilstein.
And I'm Drew Weatherhead, and we have got, I keep saying that every week. You know what? We've got an okay guest.
We have a below average. Our guest is great. Drew and I really fucked the whole thing.
We need to get some less awesome guests because it's getting awkward just saying that every time because people are going to be like, well, yeah, sure, you think you got a good guest. All you ever says is a good guest, but we got a good guest.
All of our friends are going to be like terrified to check their DMs after hearing that, being like, hey, you want to come on the show? And they're like, fucking god damn it.
Am I the mediocre one?
Is that me? And if you think you're the mediocre one, you're not. It's the person who's like, well, I'm not the mediocre one, that it's like, it's you. You're the
low bar Bob.
You're the one. The one who has no self awareness is usually the shitty one. Anyway, great guy.
Boogie, Richie Martinez.
Dude, he's the best. Him and Gio are such good people. I just had Gio on my podcast, which is hilarious because it's a political comedy mental health podcast, and I just so desperately wanted to meet and hang out and train with Gio that I'm like, we're gonna crowbar this in, and everybody fucking loved it.
You know what's funny is that's the first of your podcast that I heard, because I heard that you talked to Gio. I'm like, okay, well, I gotta start with that, and then it got
so
me
that's kind of how this show happened.
Yeah,
holy
form,
shit. That's a big fucking deal. And then Gio and I just want to say this. I mean, we gave Gio love in the interview for sure. I'd never met Richie before. I said last week I was going to call him a child molester.
I think you said sex predator. You really went specific there.
Oh, wow. I really I upped it. Well, there it is. And so Gio and I hung out once. The majority of it was either doing my podcast or us fighting each other, right? That's it. And we just hit it off. We just like vibed really well together. And so he starts following me on Instagram. And dude, that guy, every time, like when my cat was sick, when I was in trouble, it's like before people I actively hang out with was writing me to be like, you're gonna be okay, man. He was like telling me things to do with the cat, so like the cat knows he's loved. Like it was just like the kindest, most wonderful messages. And then like inspired me to go back to being like vegetarian, and like was like fuck drinking, and like really is just like, again, we've hung out once, but such a positive influence in my life.
Yeah, this is the type of guys that they are, you know. I've got a friend up here, Chadwick Rowland, who's actually low-key trying to start a 10th planet in his area. Yeah. And he's directly
not low-key anymore.
Well, yeah, you know, I'm not going into the details, but everybody knows he's working on it. It's one of those things in the works. But anyways, he got his brown belts given to him incidentally by his instructor up here, but also by Boogie at the same time. They went down to San Diego and they did like a seminar, and they both kind of surprised him with his brown belt as like co-teachers. Yeah,
that's like a romantic comedy where like both guys propose at the same time and she has to choose.
That's so funny. Yeah. So anyways, Chadwick, he's always saying like, man, Boogie's in my DMs, he's in my texts, he's always checking in on me, seeing how I'm doing. Like, I'm not having to reach out to him. That's so rare for like basically an affiliation head to just be reaching out to somebody in Canada, you know?
Yeah, no, that was the same experience I had with Gio. And the second we opened this interview with Richie, I was like, oh, looks like I'm gonna have a similar relationship with this dude, because he's just like a fucking just such a genuine guy.
I want to go on record just for people who didn't hear the last podcast. We were referring to a bit that was actually really funny. Oh, he's not a child molester, and he's not a sex offender.
We're very hilarious comedy people, and should not be taken seriously, except for when I only ask Boogie heavy questions. You can tell when I look up to somebody, by the way, when my questions are like, how do I be a better man? You know what I mean? Like they get heavy because it's like, oh, we have this opportunity to talk to such inspirational people. I mean, we're not trying to get guests who are just like in headlines that week. Drew and I really want to get guests that like we want to learn from, and knowing that if we ask them genuinely the questions that we want, it will resonate with you guys, you know?
Yeah, look, man, our last 3 guests were maybe some of the manliest people in jiu-jitsu. We had Tom DeBlass leading into Tate Fletcher, leading into the biggest beard in jiu-jitsu in Boogie Martinez.
Next week, we're literally just going to have a can of beer who's a domestic abuser. That's the only way we can get more.
That wears a wife beater. Man.
Just like a can of Paps in a little white tank top.
All of the women are going to get triggered right now that we don't have more womanly women on here, but I mean...
I want to. You have
to... a bearded lady.
Get
not that?
Bearded lady.
I bet you Boogie can help with that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm really, really excited for you guys to hear it. I will say, Drew and I's interview style, sometimes I think people expect us to be like, boom, boom, comedy, because we're comedy people, and they're not necessarily used to heavier interviews. Not saying that's Boogie in the case, but I will say that the interview, it just continuously gets better. And then by the end of it, man, he goes into something with depression and finding your tribe. And I want to title the episode. If you saw me frantically pick up my notebook, Drew.
I did.
Can we, Rear Naked Radio, Richie Boogie Martinez, defender of nerds.
Yes.
When he said that, so he's good. Like, I became the defender of nerds. I was like, and I just like,
this is gonna be your movie title.
Yeah. So look, you were going through. We were talking before we went on air, and we actually kind of got into like a good conversation. I know you were venting because we don't like to give trolls a voice, because they don't deserve a voice. But it actually led to this really interesting thing that actually ties into Eddie Bravo. So
it ties into Boogie, what he was talking about with building your own style and being your own person, fuck trying to be like other people, and other people shouldn't try to be with you, like you.
Yes.
Yeah. So this
we
is
don't even have to go into it. Let's not even validate that. So here's what we were talking about, when people post on the internet of like techniques and them rolling and they're not always going to be going with high level black belts or people who are at their level. And Drew and I were talking about this, where what was the Eddie Bravo? You give the Eddie Bravo when you're trying a new game. You can't try that shit out on a fucking black belt first.
No, Eddie went on record a while ago, and I thought it was really kind of encouraging as an instructor myself, because look, I'm new to instructing. I've been doing it for a couple of years. I still consider that pretty new. But he was saying that when you are trying new things for yourself, when you're trying to build your own game as the instructor, you got to start practicing it on the white belts first. Yeah. Then once you get good at doing it at white belts, then move it up to the blue belts and so on and so forth. Because he's like, if you try new shit on your purple, brown, and black belts, it won't work. And you might be missing something that you could build out.
So I'll even take that because I know a lot of people who listen to this show are white belts and blue belts. And fuck, man, I mean, even me at brown, like I still do this, where if you are in a class and you learn a technique that day, if you go do that technique on a black belt and it gets shut down right away, there is something in your brain that goes, well, that doesn't work, or that shit's not going to work,
or I'm not good at it.
Yeah. And so if you learn, let's say, so like my deep half fucking is horrific. My deep half is pray I don't get Kimura. And so if, let's say we learn a deep half thing and it kind of resonates with me and I'm like, oh, that ties into my game, right? Like I remember, I think Ryan Hall taught me like a way to lift and go into like single leg X. And I'm like, oh, I have a really good single leg X. Now, then Ryan and I rolled and I was like, well, fucking, I can't do it.
Single leg X doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm Ryan, right? And I honestly don't know, and this is my fault, not Ryan's. I don't know. I couldn't tell you that move anymore. Like I didn't do it. But if there was a fucking white belt there or a blue belt there, or even like, I mean, fuck, for me, even a purple and brown belt, but maybe I have like a little size on them or something like that. I'm going to do everything I can to get to that position, get position.
Get your reps in live.
Well, and it's not just reps. It's just telling your brain, it's just confidence. It's just telling your brain, oh, I can do that. Because I can tell you that the times I learn something new and I get it right away on a fucking blue belt, I'm going to get it on a purple belt or a brown belt or a black belt that day because I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I can do this. And then I go into that next role with the more advanced person being like, I'm coming for you with this move and armed with this confidence.
Yeah. You know what I've found specifically with my reverse Kimura, which is what I've been, burning out on my white belts for the last year to try to build it out, for the same reason as Eddie's talking about, is I'll get it working to the point that I'm confident in a specific entry or technique from there. I'm going to move it up to my blue belts, and then it starts working on them. So I move it up to my purple belts. And what I find is as I go higher up in the skills that I'm doing it against, is they show maybe the slight detail that's weak that worked against the white belts but doesn't work against them. And then I can figure out, okay, how do I beat that? And that makes that much better. So now I'm changing my angle or my grip slightly for the purple belt, and it's working on him.
Right. And so, like, I think after you said that, we can't really go farther into detail about why it is important. Someone said once, I don't know who said this, but whenever you can't attribute a quote, you say it was Hicks and Gracie. Hicks and Gracie once said, the best training you can do is you need someone who can kick the shit out of you. You need someone who you can kick the shit out of. And then you need that like 50-50 you guys signed up at the same day and you kind of have wars, right? And there's a reason for each of those.
That's right.
And the reason that Hicks and Gracie, or whoever this master was, said you need someone who you can kick the shit out of is because you need to be able to do that. You need to be able to figure out what your game is. And you're going to think you don't have a game if you're just getting rolled over.
Yeah.
All the time. So, and then what I'll also say is, if you're a commenter on the internet who feels like you have to tell a stranger that, you're a fucking dork. I mean, go train, go put something out of value, go make art instead of criticizing other people because you're afraid to do that, because then you're afraid little cucks like you are going to fucking criticize the thing you created, right?
Oh, take a fucking risk. They'd never do that themselves. No.
Right. Take a risk and fucking make something and fail, and then make something better and then fail, and then live a life that you're proud of instead of shitting on people that you are secretly jealous of because why do they get all the Instagram followers? Yeah. Because we're making stuff, dummy.
This is so good. I love Angry Jamie.
It rarely happens on the Jiu-Jitsu podcast, by the way, but when it does,
I'm gonna try that. It's gonna be my goal every episode to get Angry Jamie to come out once.
Hulk Jamie, yeah.
Exactly.
It's happening. Pay athletes. They're not gonna do journalism for free. Okay, I'm done.
There was something in the interview that you and Boogie vibed on that I unfortunately didn't. Was the movie reference?
Banana way. That's the song.
Is it?
In my head, I told myself to call it back during the interview, and it would have fucking killed, and I forgot.
There's some things in martial arts in general that I think are sort of universal, whether you train in karate or jiu-jitsu or taekwondo or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And one of those things is Bruce Lee. Another one of those things is Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Who are they? Real quick. Are they on TikTok?
Muhammad Ali, he's a black belt down in Brazil.
Okay. And then is the other one, is Bruce Lee, is he on TikTok? Can I follow him on TikTok?
I think you can. He was back in the 70s on TikTok.
Okay. Always an innovator, that guy. Hey, can we all just agree to not be on TikTok anymore?
Oh, please. Oh my God. So many people are trying to get me to go on TikTok. I'm like, I can't.
So
I can't do it.
I'm finally putting my old man foot down where I'm like, Instagram, I love. I've fallen in love with Instagram. TikTok, I'm just like, it looks like it's going to make me dumber.
I think it is.
Anytime I see a TikTok video, I like forget like a book I read.
Yeah. You know those memes that are only funny when it's 1:30 in the morning, and then you show somebody the next day and you're like, I don't know why I laughed at this.
Yeah, that's like all of TikTok.
That is TikTok.
What were you going to say about Bruce Lee, man? I cut you off because I
was trying to lead into a nice segue.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Dude, maybe I was getting so good at it that you didn't see it coming this time. So, so we just ran a contest for SUPERARE on Because Jitsu where we gave away one of their gis, and I got more interest, or I guess engagement on that than I have on almost any giveaway ever. They've got some sick shit, including gis. Like they've got gis, they've got gloves, they've got mouth guards, they got wraps, they got just everything you need to be cool.
Their gloves are fucking cool. They're fucking. There's like,
I should say is that they got everything you need to train, but it's all cool. That's what it is.
Yeah. So you guys want to be fucking losers? You want to be cool? You fucking squares. I saw this guy training in pink boxing gloves with a flame on it, and nothing looked more manly because it was just like owning it. You know what I mean?
Getting punched in the fucking face with a juxtaposition. A flaming juxtaposition to the jaw.
What a line, Drew. Holy shit. That was great. Which is great because that says something about the product too, because when you actually get to see what SUPERARE sells, you're like, oh, because usually when an account I follow posts like an ad for something or a contest, I'm like, scroll. I don't give a shit. But I mean, hundreds of people started following SUPERARE.
1,300 comments to try to win this gi, and they got like, I think they got followed by like 800 or 900 people just to try to get this gi. So like,
tell them so they never stop sponsoring us.
Yeah, exactly. No, they're super happy with you being super happy. You guys out there listening, so go support them. If you didn't win this gi, and that's most people, only one guy won it. Go use our code Rear Naked at the checkout. God.
Yeah, one of my friends just bought a bunch of shit. Also, one of our listeners. I want SUPERARE to be happy so bad because they've done so much for us. One of our listeners wrote me and was like, I just bought a bunch of shit and some new gloves and forgot the code. And I'm like, well, I'm posting this DM and I'm tagging SUPERARE. And I'm like, hey, our dummies forgot. By the way, this guy's like such a supporter of the show. And I was like, our dummies forgot to use the code. But I was like, technically, you guys got more money because he didn't save 15%. Just want you to know our ads are working and our audience gets hit in the head a lot and sometimes forgets. Guys, you can get 15% off. 15% off using promo code Rear Naked. And I want to shout out, because he started following me, John J. Mass, who won the new gi.
Yeah, man.
I'm not sure if he listens to the podcast or is just a friend or a fan of Drew, but very cool. Congratulations. We're going to do more contests. We actually have an idea coming up just involving the show, not even with our sponsors.
Yeah, so look out for that. So let's get to Boogie anyways, because this is a lot of fun.
Thanks for doing this, dude.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Does this sound all right? Because I have my AirPods. I'm not sure if that sounds okay.
It works pretty good, actually.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Tate Fletcher did it last week, and he appeared to be in a cave where he has murdered people. So you're good.
That's definitely Tate Fletcher style.
So are you in your murder cave for this?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. my living room, I guess, is murder cave as it goes.
So you just got back from a big Euro trip, hey?
Actually, I was only there for 3 days, man. Like, it's
pretty,
yeah. So I went to Finland, and I was supposed to go later, like in the month, for a little bit longer. But then I got the match against Jake Shields. So then they're like, reschedule in February. But I'm like, I could only be there for 2 days, 3 days. And I went and had a blast, I guess, man. But jet lag's a motherfucker, you know?
Yeah, I bet.
I was going to say, thanks for you. I mean, the first time I performed in Australia, I landed, I fell asleep for 2 days, and then I got the flu.
That's horrible. Honestly, I don't know how we get sick when you're like the flying or something. But as soon as I got back, like literally on the plane, I was already throwing up, and I'm like, man, is this like the coronavirus or something? But
you got to wonder where these planes have been.
Yeah, seriously. but then I made it home. I threw up, and then I felt good. I was like, what the hell was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like a quick 5-minute flu or something like that. You know,
so this is a big ad for bulimia.
Jesus. Well, thank you for doing this podcast when you most definitely should not be and should be resting.
Nah, for sure. This is awesome for me. Like, I love being able to talk to people and just, doing my thing. I actually like sharing stories, like talking shit, just all the above, So I love this kind of stuff.
Well, I wanted to start off with, I feel like a lot of people who don't know anyone from 10th Planet has this idea of what 10th Planet is, right? And I kind of had that too, where before I met anyone from 10th Planet, I was like I knew Rogan, but that was it, right? And so all I knew was I suck at rubber guard. They all think the fucking earth is flat or something. Fuck 10th Planet, right? But then I went to, and this is before I knew your brother, before I knew anybody, I went to just some little competition in San Diego to coach a buddy of mine. And I saw you and your brother sprinting from mat to mat, to from fucking white belts to the kids. I saw your kids tearing it up. Like at the time, I was running the kids program. I was taking a break from stand up, and I was running the kids program in Henzo Gracie, LA. And I was just like, oh, all of these kids that murder adults I teach. Yeah. And dude, I was just so fucking impressed by just how kind and loving you all seemed. Why do you think that 10th Planet gets this kind of bad rap sometimes? Is it just because people are afraid of shit they don't understand or they don't know?
It's definitely, we broke the tradition. You know what I'm saying? I feel that Eddie Bravo broke tradition, and I feel it's still still a sour taste in a lot of like people's minds, but not necessarily like the students. It's the professors. You know what I'm saying? Like the time that Eddie was coming up, like he broke the tradition. So I feel that a lot of people kind of like, well, why is he doing that? That's not real jiu-jitsu, because he broke the tradition. He's switching things up. And I feel that that's the only misconception. I don't feel it's people like the people that are doing it now. I feel it's the people before them, you know, like the people that are, you know, people's instructors and stuff. They didn't like what Eddie was doing at the time. You know, I think now it's more accepted and they understand that it's like, it's just jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying? Jiu-jitsu, it's just beautiful no matter which way you do it. But I feel at first he was breaking the mold. He was breaking what was supposed to be like tradition, you know. And I feel that that's the reason why people were kind of like had like a sour taste of 10th Planet, you know. And I feel the more we compete, the more people get to know us, they understand that it's like, dude, we just love jiu-jitsu as much as the next guy, you know. And it's like, I feel that was kind of why people kind of had a bad taste of 10th Planet in their mouth. And it wasn't because of them. It was because they're coaches and stuff like that.
Right.
But
Does the same reason that kind of the old angry gi guys don't like 10th Planet, is that kind of what attracted you and Gio to Eddie? Like, did you guys train anywhere before, or were you like, this guy's kind of fucked up, we're in?
I actually, like, we never trained anywhere other than 10th Planet. Like, it was our first school, and it wasn't even like, we didn't say like, yo, we're gonna go train with Eddie Bravo. It's actually, we didn't even start with Eddie. We started at 10th Planet Vista, which was an affiliate, you know, under Sean Bollinger, which is one of Eddie's black belts right now. And so basically what happened was, it was a dance studio / jiu-jitsu studio, and we were teaching breakdancing at the school. And you know, the person that owned the school is like, yo, you guys could train for free if you guys want to. And we're like, okay, cool. We always enjoyed martial arts. We always enjoyed MMA and stuff like that. And I'm not just talking about UFC. We were like real fans. Like, we like Strike Force and Pride and all that stuff. And you know, we always enjoyed it, but we never really could afford it or nothing like that. We were just kind of like paycheck to paycheck and just kind of like street dancers, you know, like that's basically what we were. And I, like, once we got invited to actually train, like, we just fell in love with it. And to be honest, like, I didn't train with Eddie till I was a blue belt, you know. And then I kind of had a little falling off with the coaches that we were under or we were training with, and we kind of stuck with Eddie, and just went for the ride, and you know, a few years later we ended up getting our black belts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I hear Eddie talking all the time about the crossover kinetically or kinesthetically through breakdancing, specifically with you and Gio, and how you guys picked up stuff so fast with technique and body movements that were somewhat similar. Is this something that you've kind of searched out for in your own students? Are you looking for breakdancers to come and try out? Do you think that there's that connection there, or is that just Eddie making things up?
No, I mean, there is a good connection. Like, to be honest, the biggest thing is you understand your body very well. You know, we as dancers, we've been on the ground. I guess breakdancers, we've been doing like footwork and being on the ground on the floor as long as we know. You know, like, that's all we know, just being on the ground, dancing, you know, to the beat, to the rhythm. And you know, so it was already natural. Like the movements that people don't understand when they first start jiu-jitsu, we were already a master at those movements, you know? So it's like, it made it fairly easy to be able to adapt to, like, it was easy to copy and paste what they were teaching us, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. It's like for us, it's like, for me, especially, like, I see things as patterns, you know what I'm saying? Because of dancing, like, it's like, patterns and rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
that's cool.
And that's basically jujitsu. Jujitsu, like, to be honest, I always tell this to my students. It's like the biggest difference between a black belt and a white belt is timing. You know what I'm saying? Like we learn the same move. It's not like I'm teaching you stuff that I'm like you know, saying that I don't do or nothing like that, or I'm not hiding the moves that I have to my students. I teach them everything that I know, but what's the difference? I've trained it longer. My timing's better. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so it's like timing is like rhythm. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. You have to hit things to the beat. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's exactly what jujitsu is to me. You know what I'm saying? You have to beat them to that timing. You know what I'm saying? You have to beat them to that rhythm, basically, you know?
That's a fucking cool way to put it. Drew seems semi-disappointed. It sounded like Drew was trying to pitch like a 90s martial arts movie where like a squad of breakdancers like takes out.
Like the Mighty Ducks, but for breakdancing.
Oh, guys, do you not remember the martial art movie Only the Strong?
No.
Of course.
Oh, say Boogeyman. Drew, Only the Strong. I own it on DVD, number one. So I'm not even trashing it. But the plot is the most ridiculous martial arts plot of all time. So a substitute teacher moves into a dangerous neighborhood, and he happens to know capoeira, the ancient art of Brazilian dance fighting. Now, the bad guys in this same town in Florida happen to also be masters in capoeira, the art of Brazilian dance fighting. And they have this whole gang versus good guys showdown at the end where the good guys are singing their good guy capoeira song and the bad guys, it's fucking everything. It is.
To be honest, I can't even tell you how many times me and Gio watched that movie. That was like,
oh yeah. Only the Strong, best of the best. I had like a list of ones that I would like go to all the time. I literally still own it on DVD.
Awesome.
I wanted to ask, kind of, because you brought up music, and I think there's a lot of similarities. Like you were saying, there's a lot of stuff you can get from music and incorporate it into jiu-jitsu. There's a lot of things that artists in general can get. And I was also wondering, you and Gio have this fucking vibe that it's somehow incredibly tough. The work ethic is insane, but it's also very gentle and very loving. And I wonder if there's some kind of connection. A lot of the guys I vibe with the most in jiu-jitsu are also some kind of artist, whether they're a musician or an actor or whatever. And I wonder if you see that as kind of important, if there's sort of a balance, if you're all just like grind, if you can go overkill, but that balance of also being like creative. Not that jiu-jitsu isn't super creative, but that balance of coming from dance, coming from busking and this artistic world has kind of helped you learn, but also just like stay chill. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Like I feel, I mean, this little topic right here could go a million ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But realistically, you know, it's kind of weird because it's like I'm competitive, even though I feel like to chill and stuff and good vibes and stuff. Like me and Gio are super competitive. Like anything we do, like from eating to like to walking, like it doesn't even matter. We're just competitive as hell. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's one of those things that it's like, but at the same time, it's like it's an art. You know what I'm saying? Like you're being competitive in an artistic world. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, like jiu-jitsu is the most beautiful art, like just like dancing, you know what I'm saying? It's like just so beautiful and just so unique, and there's so much, you could be so creative with it, and just, you know, there's so much of that. But at the same time, it's like, how can I, like anybody that loves jiu-jitsu or likes jiu-jitsu, it's like, how can I hate somebody that loves the same thing that I do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I always want to give those people like good vibes and just kind of like good energy, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like, man, like, it's realistically, like, I see so many people being so heated and so angry all the time. And I'm like, man, how can I hate somebody that loves that has the same passion as I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, we share the same passion, man. Like I understand that you want to be ahead of the competition game and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, it's like, man, like I love jiu-jitsu so much. And it's like, how can I hate somebody that has the same passion, man? Like, it's like, it's such a small world. It's like, the only thing I can do is like, man, just give love to the people that love the same things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it sounds so simple when you put it that way, but man, why is it so rare? You know, like something I see with your club down south in California is like, for starts, all I hear are good things coming out of it. Everybody loves it, even if they're just coming to cross train for a day. And then
I should say that I was at a strip club with
You're
Pete
always
McGregor.
at a strip club.
No, same story. with Pete McGregor in Albuquerque, and we were ignoring women just so he could tell me what a great fucking coach you are and how much you mean. It was ridiculous. We were like, no, we're talking about men.
But really, like, the proof's in the pudding, because I see pictures coming from every given class in your club, and it looks like you got more people coming out to a given class, any of them during the week, than some presidential inaugurations.
Yeah, man. Like realistically, like it's one of those things. It's like I just give I just give all me. You know what I'm saying? Like every day, it's just I give myself to my students. You know what I'm saying? Like in every way. I try to like coach them. I try to like listen to them. Everything that it is, I try to be a friend to them. Like anything that it is to be a good person to my students. Like that's what I try to do. It's like, man, they're helping me live my dream. You know what I'm saying? How can I not give them everything? You know what I'm saying? Like them being my students. It's like, man, it ain't easy. Like I've been in a place that it's like I'm not able to afford this stuff. So I know how some people is hard. They like have to like basically going paycheck to paycheck and still paying to be my students. And it's like, man, how can I not give you everything? You know what I'm saying? How can I not give you like all my love? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always try to give them all my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like on the mats and off the mats. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel that they're helping me live my dreams, man. So it's like, how can I not just give them the same back? You know what I'm saying? Like just that love back.
Do you think that's because you came from struggle? Because you know, you hear stories about some schools or some coaches, and like, you know, that's kind of unfortunately rare to have that kind of vibe. Or once someone gets a lot of success, and this isn't just with jiu-jitsu, this could be with stand-up, this could be with whatever, once they get some success, they kind of forget where they came from, and that stuff doesn't matter. Like, what is it that kind of keeps you grounded, even though you've had so much success, where you can keep that attitude?
You know, it's like I don't take it for granted, I guess I would say, man. Like I know it could all be, jiu-jitsu could just be eliminated tomorrow, and it's like all I'm gonna have is the good memories. You know what I'm saying? So it's like might as well push that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like at the end of the day, it's like right now jiu-jitsu is so amazing and is doing so well, and it's like at the end of the day, it's like tomorrow all the gyms be like, no more jiu-jitsu. It's like it's not popular anymore. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like
that sounds like a fucking Eddie conspiracy theory.
I know, right?
The government's coming for jiu-jitsu.
But you know, at the end of the day, it's like we don't know how long we're gonna have this awesome sport or this awesome art, and how long it's gonna be this popular. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like just appreciate it for the time that we have it, man. Like for me, like I wanna be in this sport and this art forever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a be in this as long as I can. But at the end of the day, it's like if for some reason I wasn't able to do it tomorrow, like man, I'm just gonna appreciate it, like all the good times that I had, and I want to make sure that every time I'm on the mats, it's a good time, it's good vibes, and it's like everybody's gonna love being there with me and just having a good time as well, you know?
Oh
yeah, man.
I'm moving to San Diego.
I know you guys brought over the terminology of freaks and the freak show from your breakdancing days, but you've really made it your own in the jiu-jitsu space. And I'd like you to kind of riff on like what it means to you to be a freak, to be part of the freaks, to get it like that, how that family kind of has built up.
You know, like without the freak show, like I wouldn't be where I'm at. Like the reason why I'm anything like was just because of my dance crew, man. Like they were the ones that were pushing me. They were the ones that were like they kept on that fire like under me. You know what I'm saying? Like they just kept on pushing me no matter what. Like down days, like kind of the same thing that I do at the gym. It's like when I was down, they were there for me. When I had bad times, they were there for me. Like they're my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like we wanted to bring that same energy, that brotherhood energy to you know, jiu-jitsu or just 10 Planet in general, you know, and it's like that's how me and Joe like we talked to Eddie and we're like, yo, we want to make like our, not necessarily like we don't want to be out of like the San Diego crew, we want to be called 10 Planet Freaks. And he's like, dude, run with it, you know what I'm saying? And he was so open and so cool with us just you know, having like a little kind of like little side crew or whatever, and it became like a monster squad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It became huge, and it's like now we have some of the best competitors that I've ever seen or even trained with, you know what I'm saying? And it's like and we wanted to bring that energy, but it's like, man, the freak show, like as a dance crew, like they're the most creative, most hardworking dance crew I've ever I've seen crews from all over the world. I've traveled all over the world, and I've trained with many crews, you know what I'm saying, like dance crews. And it's like there's nobody like the Freak Show. It's like, and it's like, that's exactly what we wanted to be like we wanted to be the most creative, the most hardworking crew, but at the same time, we wanted everybody to be an individual character, you know. And it's like, that's kind of like what we push in our system, and or in 10th Planet, and honestly, even more in the 10th Planet Freaks. We want everybody to have their individual character, like, you know what I'm saying, like you're playing video games, like you get to pick, like, oh shit, I want to be Boogie, or oh shit, I want to be Steven, or I want to be Jacob or Gio or whoever, you know what I'm saying, like PJ. But it's like, we wanted everybody to have their own individual style, and I feel that we created that in 10 Planet Freaks, man. Everybody has their own little unique style, but at the same time, we're all kind of similar at the same time, you know. So
but that was bro, that takes a lot of that takes lack of ego, because there are a lot of high level schools, very well known schools, that do not want you bringing something over from another place. If you go to a Gis school and throw on a lockdown, like, there are some people who would be pissed off at that. I've had people criticize my game, and they're like, that's too Marcelo Garcia. And I'm like, fucking yeah, of course it's Marcelo Garcia, because that's good. And it wasn't until I started training at the 10th Planet in Tucson, and like, I've met you guys, where even if there are people who are higher level than me, if I do something dope from another school, they want to learn that.
For sure.
Why do you think some schools will kind of just try to keep it like my style or nothing? Is it fear?
It could be, realistically, but, you know, like, to be honest, like, I don't want nobody to be like me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want everybody to be themselves, man. Like, that's who makes you, you know what I'm saying? Like, the thing about, like, even I say this in every seminar, it's like everybody sees jujitsu differently. Everybody sees jujitsu through their own eyes. And I'm like, I want everybody to see jujitsu through my eyes for at least a day or two, and then you kind of explore your own style, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I could just share a little bit with you to make your style better, that's all I want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, it's like, that's what you should do. You know what I'm saying? You should take stuff from Marcelo. He's one of the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? You do want to take stuff from Cabrina, from Gio, and it's like, make your own style. You know what I'm saying? Do it with your own flair, your own walk, your own speed. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that because of dancing, that's what we wanted. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I wonder. Yeah.
You don't want to be like everybody else. You don't want to copy everybody's style. And breakdancing, copying is like the worst thing you could do. You know what I'm saying? Being a biter is the worst thing you could do. So if you're copying my whole style, man, you're the worst person ever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in jiu-jitsu, it's like, I mean, in dancing, like, everybody has their own style, their own character. So, man, in jiu-jitsu, I hope that everybody wants the same thing too, man. You want to be creative. You want to be the master of you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want people to master you. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how we see it. So.
Man, I dig that so much right now, because I've got this thing I've been working with for a while, this reverse Kimura series I've been playing with. Just about to release a series on it so that people can kind of see how I've been playing with it. And and you know, I've been trying to promo it on Because Jitsu to get some eyes on it. And in the meantime, there's some people that absolutely love the idea, and there's some people that absolutely hate it. And it's weird, because it's like, man, it hasn't even been released yet. Like, there's people that just have this mentality that it's not something that I like, it's not something that I play, so nobody should play it and nobody should like it. Like, what is that?
But you know, at the same time, it's like, some people are just not gonna like anything about you. You know what I'm saying? But some people are gonna love everything about you, and that's the thing. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's like, man, people should hate you. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody should like you. Like there should be some flaws in people's eyes, and you know, like that shouldn't bother you none. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you got to be you. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, the biggest threat that I can have for myself is like not being happy. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not happy, then what the fuck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I not be happy with what I'm doing? It's like, if I want to show something, I'm going to show it whether you like it or not. And at the end of the day, it's like, you don't have to watch my videos. You don't have to come visit me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just being you, and that's that. Like there's so much people, like, they criticize their own selves. They're like, no, maybe I shouldn't do that, or question themselves. You know, it's like, but at the end of the day, it's like, how can you criticize yourself? It's like, it's who you want to be. You want to be you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to share out here, you know, like, I'm actually curious about how other people are going to evolve it and how they're going to put it into their styles. Because, man, I can't find everything in there. There's lots of stuff that I don't do that they can do, you know? I want to see it.
Dude, I love doing seminars and stuff. And I always tell them, like, yo, I'm showing you guys this, but this is not where it ends. This is where it begins, man. You get to evolve it to that next level, you know, and I think that's so dope. I'm like, dude, next time I come, y'all better show me what you guys got, you know what I'm saying, after this. So it's like, that makes it much fun. It's like, if I just wanted to end jiu-jitsu, like if I just didn't want people to evolve what I'm doing, then jiu-jitsu ends there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want jiu-jitsu to end. I want jiu-jitsu to grow. Like, the more we could evolve the moves, the more that we could expand my moves, your moves, their moves. It's like, that's going to evolve jiu-jitsu. And man, why wouldn't you want the sport to grow or the art to grow, you know?
Right. Drew, you should make a Gordon Ryan post that just says "to the cowards" and then shit on all those people. I forgot if I said this to you last time, Drew, or on last week's episode, but Dave Attell, who's one of my favorite comedians, was like, if you are killing every night, if everybody loves you, you're a hack. Right? Like, you have to be, that doesn't mean you're the guy who's like, you know, trying to get everyone to hate you or whatever, but it should be, I feel like the best artists are somewhat divisive, where it's like,
100%.
The people who love them, fucking love them, would die for them, whatever. And then there are people who are going to be pissed off because that just means you're doing something new and original and you're innovating, which I think is kind of, I mean, that's your guys' jam. I wanted to go back to what Drew was saying about the term freaks. I know that Drew and I got you here under the ruse that we're both comedy people, and I just have very serious questions where I'm like, let's talk about suicide and abortion. But like, but this is actually really important to me, and I talk about this on my other podcast a lot, where I think the terms, like, I call my podcast listeners misfits, right? Which is like sort of similar to freaks. And I think there are terms like nerd and freak and misfit that people hear and they see it as an insult. And the reason I was drawn to you and Gio, even before I met Eddie, who, like, Eddie and I have so many mutual friends, and I became friends with Gio first. Part of it was this sort of freak moniker, this freak banner, where to me, everyone I know who's struggled with depression or suicide, or, you know, like Robin Williams was like one of my closest friends. They were all the fucking best people, and they were freaks in the best way possible. But they saw that as some of them, not Robin, but like some of them, they saw the term freak as a bad thing. And what I always try to explain to them is that if you're doing something different, that's the best thing you could possibly do, right? But I think that society at large kind of would rather you just be like everybody else. Is that sort of part of what you guys are trying to cultivate with the 10th Planet Freaks, is just to be like, hey, we got a bunch of weirdos, but we all love jiu-jitsu? Or is there something you could say, better question, is there something you could say to people who do struggle with depression or who do feel like a fucking weirdo or an outcast?
Man, to be honest, it's so hard sometimes it's so hard to even fit in, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's the hardest thing sometimes, man. And it's like, so many people have trouble fitting into any type of group. And, you know, like, they always feel that they're not wanted or even welcome, you know, and just, the name freaks it's basically like the outcast of the circus. It's the opposite, you know what I'm saying? It's the sideshow, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, everybody's welcome. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a crab man, you could be the bearded lady, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter who you are.
I have a no crab man rule when I train, but that's it. Everybody else is welcome. No crab man, get the fucking, build a wall. No crab man.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it doesn't even matter. It's just like, just as long as you want to do jiu-jitsu and you just want to have a good time, man. It's like, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how much you weigh. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, what size you are. Just come have a good time, man. And it's like, it's all love at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, there's so much, you know, people getting pushed away for, like, you know, like, there's certain gyms, it's like, you're not a jock, you're probably not gonna fit in, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's like, it happens, and it's out there, and I've been to gyms like that, and at the end of the day, it's like, man, you don't have to be nothing, just come have a good time. We have people that just want to lose weight. We have people that just want to have friends. We have people that want to be world champions. And at the end of the day, it's like, no matter what you want, it's like, we have it and we're going to offer it to you, you know what I'm saying? And I feel that that kind of brings the people that we bring together, man. There's like going to be good vibes. And it's like just good people, man. And it's like, honestly, like, the people that don't belong there, they kind of leave on their own. They're like, this is not
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is not the kind of gym I was looking for. And it's like, dude, that's cool, man. Go find somewhere that you are gonna fit in. You know, it's like at the end of the day, it's like if you fit in, it's cool. If you don't, man, you know what I'm saying? The door's open. You can come in and you can leave as you please.
If you're
a
crab man, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Do you have advice for the second part of that question of people who are kind of struggling or who do kind of feel like an outcast? Maybe they haven't even found jiu-jitsu yet, or you know, yeah.
Man, it's a tough world out there, man, and it's like you know, I see so much bullying and stuff like that, and it drives me freaking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you could even ask Gio, man. When I was growing up, like I wouldn't say I was a tough guy, but man, like I was the biggest kid. I was 6'2", like in like 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just, I was just huge, yeah. And it's like honestly, like all the people I hung out with, like I literally was like the breakdancer kid, and you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't hang out with the breakdancer. I didn't hang out with the jocks, which I was kind of supposed to. And I was like, I just hung out with the nerds, the kids that played yo-yo, and like the kids that like comic books and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, I felt I was like the defender of the nerds, man. Like, and
it's fucking great.
It's like that's how I grew up, man. Because as a little kid, man, like I was the one getting bullied. You know what I'm saying? When I was getting beat, like I was 6'2", so all the high school kids were beating me up, and I was like, yo, in 6th grade, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they were just picking on me because I was like the weak one, but I wasn't even weak. I was just a kid, you know. I was smaller, I was younger than everybody else, so I didn't even have it in my mind to like be able to defend myself. There were high school kids, and I was like about to go into middle school, you know what I'm saying? So in my head, it's like I can't fight back because they're gonna kill me, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, so when I got to a position that I was like, yo, nobody's touching these kids. Nobody was touching those kids, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I understand the feeling of not being accepted. I understand the feeling of getting bullied or getting pushed around, and it's like it's so hard sometimes, man. And it's like I see so many videos and stuff, and then, dude, it breaks my heart. And it's like, dude, honestly, like things like breakdancing made me walk taller, make me feel like I had like a little bit more like a chip on my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? Like I had like a little bit more steez, a little bit, like I walked better, I talked better. Like it made me more confident just to be able to be a dancer and be able to perform in front of people. Like how could I be scared if I danced in front of like thousands of people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that made me have some sort of confidence. But man, if it wasn't because of breakdancing, like I don't even think I would be where I'm at, like in that sense. Like I think I would still be pushed over, maybe, you know.
Well, you have to find that passion. If you don't have like if you don't have a tribe, whether it's jiu-jitsu or dancing or whatever, once you find that tribe and figure out you're fucking good at something, it doesn't matter that people are talking shit anymore.
And then that's absolutely correct. It's like some people never get to find that, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people get so sheltered. They get bullied and they shelter themselves, and they never get to find something that's gonna help them like break out of that cage or break out of that cocoon, you know. And it's like and it sucks to see that some kids will never find that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I wish that I could give it to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like I wish that I could help those kids out just by even telling them that, you know what I'm saying? Like, but even though like there's kids like that, it's like I could tell them that and it's still not going to change anything, because it's like they're still scared, they're still worried, they're still nervous that they're not going to fit in, that the people are going to make fun of them, that people are going to push them around. Because jiu-jitsu, even though like for us, it's like, man, it's such a friendly place. It's like to people, it's like they see like, they're like, oh, that's like MMA. They're like tough and they're going to fuck you up, you know?
It's so funny.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like people still see that, but they don't understand how easy and how gentle of an art it could be. Of course, rough at the same time, but man, it doesn't always have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? It could be something different. You know, it could be basically a gateway to like, to be basically understand who you really are and you know what I'm saying, like get out of that cage or get out of that shell, you know. And it's like, man, you know, so it's kind of like that, man. But to be honest, like to those people, it's like, man, it's not even jiu-jitsu. It's like, find something that makes you happy, find something that's gonna get you out of the house, that get you meeting new people, man. Because sometimes that's all it takes, just meeting one person that'll change your life, that'll make you feel better about yourself, and just a friend, man. You know what I'm saying? Like half of these people that I see, man, that they get bullied, they hardly have friends. They don't have nobody to like be there for them to talk to, you know. And it's like, I see that's the reason why a lot of these kids, like, you know what I'm saying, like commit suicide and stuff. It's like they don't have nobody to be like, yo, I need help, or I need somebody to talk to, or somebody to like cry on your shoulder, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's all it takes sometimes, man, just a friend, you know? Okay. And it's like, and I feel that jiu-jitsu does exactly that for you, you know? It gives you the friends that you need, the people that, you know what I'm saying? You meet people that you never think would be fucking cool. You're like, man, that's like the best guy I've ever met in my life. You know what I'm saying? So
man.
like,
I've been running a school now for just about 2 years on my own. And one thing I didn't expect, well, a few things I didn't expect, but interpersonally, was that you're going to become like a mentor, not just a coach, but you're like, all of a sudden you've got like life advice to be giving. People are coming to you with their problems, you know? You've got, the people are dropping off troubled kids. People are coming in suicidal. Like, they're going to bring in their problems. Sure, they're coming to learn jiu-jitsu, but at the same time, like, jiu-jitsu acts as such a nice kind of gateway into mentality in general. And people really want to, you know, use your experience in this thing to help them in that thing. And it does, it really helps.
Man, it's crazy that you say that, man. Like, it's like, I feel that has been like my whole jiu-jitsu journey, just being able to just kind of lend a hand or just like give a shoulder to somebody to cry for on, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and that's kind of like, and then of course doing jiu-jitsu at the same time, but man, I would never think that I would be that guy, you know what I'm saying? It's like I've always loved helping out people and just reaching out to, like, you know what I'm saying, to my friends that I haven't talked to in a long time and stuff, but man, jiu-jitsu does that times a million, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, I can prove it to you. You've got I'm up here in Canada. I'm like about as far away in this continent as I can get from you, but I've got you can see that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got Pete McGregor is one of your boys, and he lives up here in Edmonton. And he brought me up a boogie rash guard for the seminar that I taught up in Edmonton. And I'm like, oh, sick. I feel like connected all the way from Alberta.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm wearing your brother's shirt because I'm trying to start a feud. I'm trying to get like a WWE thing going where you guys turn on each other and then you'll reunite years down the line. And
some Kane versus Undertaker type style.
Yes, that's all I want. That's all I want. Thank you. I'm so glad you were with me on that and Only the Strong.
So how crazy is it that like all of this came from your passion, just you wanting to do this thing that you love so much? You've spread
and not being able to fucking afford it.
Yeah, like you spread that love in so many directions that's hitting other countries. You know, you just come from Europe teaching. I'm up here in Canada with your rash guard. How fucking cool is that?
Dude, it's the craziest thing ever, man. Like people, people that I go teach, dude, those people are helping me live my dreams. And it's a dream that I never even thought I could live. You know what I'm saying? Like traveling the world, teaching something to people, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't care what it was. It could have been jiu-jitsu, it could have been breakdancing, but that's like the impossible life to live. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody ever thinks they would be like, dude, I'm going to travel the world and I'm just going to teach people something beautiful.
Yeah. Sneaks up on you, hey?
Who the fuck thinks that, man? And like honestly, like it happened, and like I said, man, that's the reason why I don't take it for granted, man. Like I know that not everybody gets to live this life, and to be honest, people like Pete, people like you guys, man, like you guys have helped me live my dreams, man. And it's like, man, I that's how I love so much, like jiu-jitsu, like the people that do jiu-jitsu. It's like, man, you guys like love me or hate me, man. Like you guys are helping me live my dreams, man. At the end of the day, and it's like, and I'm so passionate about this dream that it's like, man, it couldn't have been a better dream that you guys are helping me live. You know what I'm saying? Like jiu-jitsu is my number one passion. It's like my everything, man. So it's like, this is the perfect thing for me to like do, you know what I'm saying? To like run with, to like be able to teach. So
do you think there's a problem with money in jiu-jitsu, whether it's athletes not being paid enough, or you know what you were saying, where it was really hard, like you guys may not have been able to start training if you weren't teaching breakdancing and couldn't get in for free, where I think there are a lot of people who would I get emails all the time, and I'm known as a jiu-jitsu guy second, so I can't imagine, I'm sure you're getting the same thing where, you know, I would love to train but I can't afford it. Is that something that we need to fucking fix as a community, as jiu-jitsu community, where we're like, yo, or is it, and by the way, it might not even be we need to make it more affordable. It might need to be, hey, all these places that are taking free labor from jiu-jitsu athletes need to start paying jiu-jitsu athletes, so you guys don't need enough money to run your gym, so that if somebody comes and is like, yo, I can't afford it, it's like, all right, mop up and fucking train for free. Is that like an us thing, or do people just need to fucking figure it out, make money, and go do jiu-jitsu? Because we also want to get paid for our art, right?
Of course, like at the end of the day, man, it's like if we can't make a living, then we can't live our lives either, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, at the end of the day, it's like, as much as we love it, as much as it's an art, like, it's still a job and it's still something that we have to work hard for, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's like, there is places that, I mean, like my gym, like we get people sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll help you out with your dues if you clean the mats, clean up, you know what I'm saying? Like, different things for different people, you know? And but some gyms are not like that. Some gyms won't let, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll let you just kind of like suck it up. It's either you're in or you're out. But at the same time, it's like, man, there's so many people that wish they could do jiu-jitsu, but they don't have the priorities straight, man. Like, half of these guys are getting fucked up and like spending money on stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, well, I can't pay for a gym, dude, but you could buy like a pound of weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like understandable. You like that stuff. You like to do certain, like, you know, you drink, smoke, whatever, it's go out to party. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, buy new shoes, buy new shirts, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, if jiu-jitsu is really important, we'll find a way, man. Like I always tell people, I was like, yo, let's go fuck it. They'll be like, oh man, I can't sign up for this tournament or whatever. I'm like, you better start saving some cans. Let's go. We'll help you out, man. We'll give you the cans. You know what I'm saying? We'll save the cans that we have here and we'll help you out, man. Whatever we can do, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you better work for it too, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to be like, I'm giving, and you're just kind of like chilling, taking it all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like,
a lot of people just take.
Yeah, you have to work for that shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, if I can help you a little bit, I will, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'm so glad you said that. I mean, one, I'm so glad you help people, because there are some gyms who wouldn't. But I'm also glad you said the thing about spending all your money on partying and shit, because I think there is. So like Ernest Hemingway, famed alcoholic and writer, I think there are a lot of like young artists who will see Ernest Hemingway and they're like, all right, I just need to drink a lot and then I'm a writer. Or with comedians, like I just need to be miserable and then I'm a comedian. And I think with 10th Planet, or they see someone like, you know, Eddie or whatever, and they're like, all right, I just got to smoke weed. When in reality, it's like, even though you guys are known, look, I'm so pro cannabis. I'm a shitty weed smoker. But like I stopped drinking. I mean, fucking your brother, dude. I've only hung out with him once and we DM all the time. And he like helped me with like not drinking, going vegetarian again. Like you guys are such fucking good influences. But I think people need to hear that, because it's tempting just to be like, yo, I just get fucked up and roll. But it's like, you guys care so much more about jiu-jitsu and the training than you do fucking like weed or whatever.
For sure. To be honest, like I can't even like roll high. Like I rather roll good than roll high, because it's like I would have crappy rolls and that means I won't get better. So it's like, for me, like I won't do that. Like to be honest, like I don't even smoke that. I'm a midnight toker sometimes. Like I'll watch a movie at night and I'll smoke a little and I'll just watch TV. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
That's like, awesome to hear.
So it's like I don't really smoke as much as like the regular planning guy does, or whatever people think that they do. But to be honest, it's to each person. You know, I have so many students that don't smoke, that don't do nothing like that, and they're great athletes, great jiu-jitsu players. And it's like, you don't have to do that to be part of 10th Planet. You don't have to do that to be a good grappler. You just have to be a fucking good grappler. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to train hard. That's it. Just train hard and just like do the work that we're telling you to do as coaches. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's the way to get there, man. Like, it's like, there's no reason to like, to have a misconception of like, I have to need to do this or to be good. It's like, there's certain people that do and they become incredible, but that doesn't mean it's going to be your journey. That's their journey. That's
it goes back to what you were saying about building yourself, building your own jiu-jitsu and trying not to
100%. 100%. You know, and it's like, I know people that's like, yo, I roll good when I'm high, and it's like I'm the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if that, it's like I'm totally different than that person. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So why would I try to mirror that person? You know what I'm saying? So.
All right. Well, the last question, which by the way, I think the only person I didn't ask this to was Eddie, but you're getting it. We have been asking. It started off as a bit, but I love it so much. You and your girlfriend, not wife, right? Girlfriend?
Wife.
Are so fucking cute. You're the only person who still looks intimidating in Mickey Mouse ears when I saw you guys all go to fucking Disney together. What is your relationship advice? Oh, yes. How do you make that shit work?
To be honest, like just find things that you guys are going to be connected with. You know, like me and my girl, like we have so much like like we met through music, you know what I'm saying? Like she's a house dancer and I'm a break dancer, and it was just like I would see her at like events and like parties and stuff like that. Like, and she didn't even live near me. She lived in the Bay. I lived in San Diego, and then when I moved to the Bay, she moved to LA. So it was like we were always kind of like crossing, you know. But it's like we met through music, and I would always see her and stuff. So it's like music was our first passion together, then jujitsu, and then everything in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like we love watching just TVs and movies together, and it's not even like new movies or it's like old stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now I'm watching Family Matters. You know what I'm saying? Like we probably watch Family Matters every night. We watch like Boy Meets World, like stuff that like made us happy. Is like we get to connect with that too, because like even though we didn't even know each other, she watches that. So it's like just finding little things that just kind of like connect together. You know, like one of our biggest things is like something that like I feel like just going to Disney every weekend like made us so close. It's like we found a new love for something that's like we never even think we would. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, but stuff like that, just to be honest, just like finding things that you connect that's like that's gonna get you closer, you know. Like jujitsu, like we do jujitsu with each other every night, you know what I'm saying? And it's like she has a full-time job, and it's like she's one of my brown belts as well, and she trains, she pushes hard, like it's little things like that that'll just get you closer, you know. And it's not one thing, because people's like, well, yeah, we have this in common. It's like, but what about everything else, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I, to be honest, like I've been with her for 10 years, and it's like I could tell you, I could count, like I could tell you exactly how many times we have argued seriously. 4 times. That's it. Never.
Holy
in 10
shit.
years, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and it wasn't even crazy enough that we couldn't fix it in like 30 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Like so it's like I think that everything that we found together has made them so connected. And it's like as long as we're honest with each other, there's nothing else, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
like just kind of,
I like that too, because it's so, I feel like so many people, and I mean, even to bring it back to jujitsu, they'll settle with a shitty job that they hate, even though they want to make a living doing jujitsu, or they'll settle for an average relationship. I've done this all the time, where I'm like, we have nothing in common, like whatever, but people just feel like they have to have a relationship. And I think you're an example where it's like, man, 10 years, 4 fucking arguments. It's like, sometimes you got to just keep looking, because the right person's clearly out there.
You know, and to be honest, I know I'm not the perfect husband. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, like I could be annoying or a dumbass sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like every person, you know what I'm saying? You get your, you get hangry. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's like at the end of the day, it's like it's like if you want to be with that person, make it work no matter which way it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like if the person's arguing with you every day, then that's probably not the person you need to be with. And I feel like I feel that people. You know what I'm saying? I've been in relationships that there was not one day that I would argue with that person. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, was I even happy? It's like, how can arguments be a happy relationship every day? You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, it's normal. It's natural. It's like, nah, it's not normal.
No, it doesn't have to be
sustainable either. You can't get 10 years out of that. Like, come on.
No, it doesn't have to be, man. If I'm arguing with you every day, I don't want to be around you every day. And if I don't want to be around you every day, then you're not the person for me. You know that, you know?
This is one of my favorite. Drew, I'm going to start a side jiu-jitsu only relationship podcast. Boogie, thank you so much, man. I'm at the Comedy Store in April, so you guys got to come out, and I'm going to come train.
Yeah, let me know what day, man. It would be awesome. Comedy Store in LA,
La Jolla.
Right?
No, La Jolla.
Dude, even better. Let me know what dates, bro, and I'll be there for sure.
Dude, Gio literally was like, you got to come to San Diego. And so I looked at their schedule, and I found a friend of mine, and I'm like, let me open for you. And I literally just booked the gig so I could come train and hang out with you guys.
Dude, that would be awesome. That would be freaking awesome.
All right. Fuck yeah, dude.
Man. Yeah, before we let you go here, man, I just want to like express how, look, the 3 people on this call right now, only one of them is 10th Planet, but we all vibe with you. We all vibe with 10th Planet. Man, we're doing a seminar, both me and Jamie, next week in Decatur at BMAX place for 10th Planet, you know, not affiliated, but just open doors, it seems. And I can't express to you how rare that is and how much it shouldn't be, but I'm so grateful that it is, you know?
Dude, honestly, like that jiu-jitsu is, like I said earlier, man, jiu-jitsu is beautiful, and it should be for everybody. It's a beautiful art, man. And it's like, if I can't share my art with you, then why am I really doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, jiu-jitsu should be exactly like it is, like a painting. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, my painting is different than yours, but we could both appreciate it, you know?
Well, that's what makes you a beautiful person, Boogie. Thanks for doing the show.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, can I give a quick
everything?
Shout out, man.
Yeah. Just wanted to give you guys a shout out. Give a shout out to 10 Planet Freaks all over the world, man. And wanted to throw out a little plug. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's me and Gio's website. Like we're doing like instructional, jiu-jitsu instructional, and it's www.freaksjujitsu.com with the S at the end. So freaks with the S, jujitsu.com. And yeah, man, we barely have a month with it, and we've been killing with it, man. But we're trying to share our jiu-jitsu with the people that can't be near us, or we don't get to do jiu-jitsu near you guys. Like, man,
buddy.
We get to share our passion with you guys. So please check us out. And it's saying it ain't expensive, so try to check it out. Yeah, let us share our jiu-jitsu with you guys.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna sign up just because my Darce sucks dick. I have I guillotine everybody, and I can't do a Darce for shit. And I always hear about like just how you teach the best.
I got you, boo.
All right, April too. All right, thank you, brother.
Hell yeah, guys. Thank you, guys.
All right, see you. That was so good. Oh, by the way, I love that he shouted everything out, but also he's fighting Jake Shields, who is also going to be a guest on this show.
This is true. This is going to be something that we're going to try to do from now on, is whether or not there's a super fight coming up with our guest, we're going to try to instigate it so that there will be one for our next guest.
Yeah, exactly. I like being the podcast. Like, when you find an interview with one of your favorite people and you're like, yes, and it's all about like some fight that happened 5 years ago, and you're like, no. That's kind of one of the reasons. No one has complained, but it's sort of one of the reasons we don't talk about like upcoming events. I know we would get more traffic that way, but like we gotta be me. We gotta be us.
Going for that evergreen podcast, something you can listen to anytime.
Yeah, just be inspired by. I mean, fucking my friend Steve, who is also gonna be on the show. He's like this like renowned, brilliant fucking writer. He trains.
Yeah.
And fucking he was like, I listened to the Tom DeBlas episode twice. And it's like, I don't want to listen to someone talk about their brackets twice.
Dude, I've listened to hundreds of JREs over like maybe the 5 years I've been listening to it.
Yeah.
And there are maybe 2 that I've listened to twice.
Yeah.
They mean something when that happens.
Right. Real quick, who's that again? Jerry?
It was Jamie Kilstein.
Is he on TikTok? Sorry.
No.
I got 70s.
I got a bone to pick, Jamie. We're gonna go into some. Here's the thing. We've been doing the fan questions for a while. This is episode 11 now. We've done a bunch of fan questions.
Yeah,
they've been good. Some of them. Other ones have been repetitive. But
let me just say, I don't know where this is going. But go on.
Oh, it's getting there.
All right. Okay.
There was an idea a fan brought up that I think is better than questions, and that is to go on rants, because this is one of my favorite things to do. I know it's one of your favorite things to do. So we're going to pick topics to rant on, and you can feel free to drop some suggestions to both Jamie Kilstein at the Jamie Kilstein on Instagram or Because Jitsu, and we're going to pick one of those things, and just instead of the questions at the end, we're just going to rant about something and try to get as angry as we can.
I'm very nervous that so I accidentally ranted in the beginning. But I'm a little afraid if I'm put on the spot, I'm gonna, because I'm known for
an early ranter. You're gonna rant too quickly.
I've ranted on television, and I'm just afraid if someone's like rant about this, I'm gonna be like, here, he sucks dick.
Oh no, he's stuck in a dick circle.
He said he's stuck in a dick side. He's in dick purgatory. Yeah, no good. By the way, we came up with some good on the Tate episode. We came up with cum brain.
Yeah.
And then Dick Purgatory, I also am a fan of.
Awesome. So we're definitely living up to the gay icon thing we had going.
Thank you. I love it.
Okay. So I got a bone to pick.
Okay, you rant. I do want to say we're still going to take questions because people also send in very sweet, sad questions. And as much as I would love to harness my inner David Goggins when someone's like, I haven't tapped anyone out, I'm like, that's because you're a bitch. I'm also I will still gently answer questions. Drew has that pent up Canadian rage. So he's like, send me someone to fucking murder. And I'm like, just send me a nice question and compliment me. And I still have abandonment issues. And like, Jesus Christ, everyone calm down.
If you don't know what pent up Canadian rage is, you're about to experience it. And it's hilarious because it starts off mad, but then it gets like really, like I'm building someone up who I'm supposed to be mad at, and then I'm going to actually turn it into an advertisement for Origin. So here's
classic
the thing.
Canadian
Classic
bullshit.
Canadian. Here's my rant, or at least the topic that bugs me about Origin.
I'm so ready. Oh, that bugs you about Origin.
I'm telling you,
we need them as a sponsor.
Listen, Jamie. You're going to endure my Canadian rant just a sec.
I can finally pay rent? What's happening?
Fuck it. I'm going for it. We're going in.
I don't know if I stand by this yet.
I've been doing jiu-jitsu for over a decade, for about 12 years, coming up on 13 years. Jeez. And in that time, I have accumulated many gis.
Okay.
Many gis, to the point that I've spent thousands of dollars. And like the gis that I have, 90% of them are hard to get. They're rare. I got into that thing where I had to be like, was it bourgeois about my gi buying?
Yeah. Real quick, I haven't spent thousands of dollars on gis. They've all been handed to me for free. So I still need this Origin money. So whatever complaint Drew has, I fucking do not stand by at all. I don't have thousands of dollars to throw around. I don't know what the fucking exchange rate is up there. But keep going. Origin, I will defend you to the bitter fucking end because I'm from America where you make your jobs. Go.
Back to Canadian rants. I've got some sick gis that I've collected over the years, and here's my fucking bone: is Origin sent me 2.
Yeah,
I didn't even have to pay for them, so I didn't even have to throw my hard-earned money against it. But I already hate all my other gis.
Oh yeah, are you doing the thing where you're only just washing the 2 Origin gis every week?
This is my problem. Okay, here's how it started. I got the gis. I loved the gis. Started hating my other gis, but just low key. I was like, I'm not going to wear that one today. I like, I've got another one of my Origin that's dry. I'm going to use one of them. And then it's going back and forth between Origin gis. And I was walking out with a load of whites right now before I came to the gym.
Whites as in you only hang out with white people?
Caucasians, yes. Armloads of them. Three gis. 3 gis. And one of them was my Origin one that I was going to wear today.
Okay.
This is where it starts getting dark.
No.
I'm walking towards my car, and my sister-in-law, who lives in our basement, parks her car beside mine. And as I'm turning around, right now it is February in Canada, which means the roads are slop. There's just like muddy snow everywhere, and her car is covered in mud along the side. And I turn, and I just ever so briefly feel like a little brush. Something brushed that I was holding when I was going to open my car door, and I look behind. Sure to God, I have wiped my white gis along there. But the only one that got dirt was the only one that I wanted to wear. My Origin gi got like mudded all up the side.
I was hoping it was filthy show you roll.
I wish, man.
Or a fucking communist Fuji.
Is there a word for mad sad? Because I was the mad saddest.
Jamie, my love, me. It's my life.
I was so Jamie when that happened. I didn't know how to express it. So many curse words. I'm so glad my kids were not around when I had this happen, because they would have changed their impression of their father.
Well, rest in peace. Is there anything you want to say about your gi? I can gently sing Sarah McLachlan in the background while you honor your gi. Here, do it. In the arms of the angel. Wait, the angel? I don't retain lyrics too well. Fly away from me. And then she's always
start his own music podcast.
There's like a sad cat that she's always petting. Anyway.
So anyways, as far as problems go, that's a pretty Canadian rant problem, because I'm concerned that the gis I have now are too much better than my other gis. But that is literally my problem right now. Is I've got so many gis that I'm honestly thinking of just like selling them off, because I don't want them anymore. You met the girl you're gonna marry. And now everyone else I'm gonna marry,
and everyone else you dated, you're realizing was trash.
Right. That's right.
That's what happened. All the girls that you shed tears over, once you meet the one, you're like, dude, how am I going to be? The fact that I think I'm going to be celibate or single for a year, when on a jiu-jitsu podcast, I ask relationship advice, like clearly subconsciously, I'm just like, I just want to be loved.
So here's my suggestion to all of the girlfriends out there that are doing your boyfriend's gis that have to wash them all the time, and you think that they've got too many of them and you want him to get rid of a few.
It's like you're trying to get us backlash from every female jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Hey, don't worry, man. My demographic on Because Jitsu is like 15% women. So to the 85% men that are getting their gis washed.
Look here. Are you gonna make me go back to being a fucking feminist? I'll say one: learn how to wash your gi. You should split up chores evenly. You fucking animals.
This is the thing, though. I go to wash my gis, my wife gets mad. She's like, "You do it wrong. Let me do it."
Dude, I think I just saw a meme about this actually. I think one of our mutual like fighter friends posted it, where like. It was like when your boyfriend tries to be nice and like clean up, but you're standing there knowing he did everything wrong. That's 100%. That's I can cook. I'm always like the cook in the relationship, but like cleaning, like I make the windows worse. So I'm like, you're gonna want to redo it. I will do my fucking best. Yeah. Anyway, we got to get more.
So anyways, if you are that person that wants to get rid of somebody's gi collection, anybody, man, woman, child, alien, octopus, needs too many gis that you want to get rid of for the simple.
Now Drew thinks that women are like octopuses.
Obviously, I was making that connection. low price of one single gi sale, less than 10% with our promo code Rear Naked. You can get rid of their whole gi collection. They'll do it for you because they'll hate every other one they have except for that one.
Yeah, that is true. And shout out my buddy Cody. Cody Elmer, him and his girlfriend, who both train, just bought gis, used the promo code Rear Naked, saved a dickload of money, and got to support this podcast. So thank you to them. Super shout out to them.
Okay, Jamie, you need to rant on something.
I'm going to rant about Drew's sexism. Drew hates women. You got shit for that one. Here's the thing. Didn't you like post some?
There was a meme sometime way back, about what she wears or something, and then what he wears.
Here's the thing: don't be sexist. No one here who is sexist, but also like don't be the person who complains about jokes either.
About memes, yeah.
Just go. Let's. How about this? How about we can complain about memes when I was about to go on such a political. You don't want me going on a rant.
No, I don't want political rants. I need to guide you.
I know. I'm only used to political rants. So if you're just like, go rant, Jamie, I'm like the military-industrial complex, and you're like, no.
Okay, Jamie. So there's some people out there that only train in the gi, and they say that's the only realistic way to play.
Fucking pieces of shit.
They say it's the only realistic thing to do.
Oh yeah, because I've constantly been mugged by gangs of gi-wearing hooligans. I remember the last time I was robbed at gunpoint. He had a bandana, a gun, and a Fuji gi. You fucking idiots.
Wait, is this the Tom DeBlast machete throwaway? You got robbed how many times?
Several times. Look, am I asking for it? Maybe. But the fifth time you get robbed, is it a little on you? Perhaps.
Maybe you've really angered the gi armies.
No, Jesus Christ. First of all, the last time I saw like a legitimate fight in a gi, one man was wearing a gi and the other was
a fight in a gi?
It was Hoist Gracie fighting a man with one boxing glove. If you are fucking saying that gis are the only real, like, are there boxers who are like, it's only realistic if they're wearing gloves in the street? Like, are you out of your fucking minds? Look, gi will make parts of your game better. No gi will make parts of your game better. This whole being married to one or the other, we're already in a fucking cult. We're already in this weird little jiu-jitsu cult. People already don't understand us, right? We don't need to have these weird little fucking infights. Go ask your friend who trains the gi to show you something dope in the gi. Go ask your friend who trains no gi to show you something dope in no gi. But like, it's fucking insane. Okay, occasionally people are wearing jackets, right? But like, even so, I'm not gonna pull fucking spider guard on someone with like a parka on. I still am gonna do everything I can to post and get the fuck away, or double leg that motherfucker and get on top, right? Like when the Matt Sarah street fight video, the Ryan Hall street fight video, they weren't looking for collar chokes. They were
They should have been. If it was realistic, it obviously wasn't realistic.
Why weren't they playing Worm Guard? Here's what it is. If you are so married to a style of jiu-jitsu, it's the same as the fucking commenters on the internet. There is something deep in your brain that goes, I'd get the shit kicked out of me at no gi. Or I will tell you, I fuck most people I roll with up in
You
no
fuck
gi.
most people that you roll with?
Most people that I roll with, I develop a deep, intimate relationship, and I make love to them, is what I call it. Fucking.
So we're going to be doing a seminar in Alabama.
Yeah, and oh god, that's where. All right, that's fine. Am I gonna? What if I find love in Alabama, Drew? What if I find love in Alabama?
I just feel bad for your children's teeth. Continue.
I have to. Wow, I have that. That is not how you promote a seminar. I have to. I have to stay celibate for a year. Listen to me. If you are doing this, it's because you're afraid. I am now at a Gis school, and like I've definitely had people do things to me.
Realistically.
No, I've had people do stuff to me that like I'm like, fuck, I forgot about this. Right. And like the first 2 days I was there, it was the most I got fucked up in like a while by like people who have been doing it not as long as me.
Yeah, I find the exact same thing when I go to no-gi schools too. Like I got to get into it for a couple classes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm bringing a gi. I'm putting it on you. Hey, we should do a promo for Origin. You should throw this on.
I'll be like, no, it's a trap, and you just like attack me. But like I am. There are two ways. The reason I'm good at jiu-jitsu is because
they don't wear a gi. Yes,
because they don't wear a gi. It's because I attack them after they leave the locker room and they have their gi in their bags. I just leap on their back. What's realistic now? But sincerely, the reason that I'm good and I'm going to continue to get better is a lot of people would have left that gym, and I would be lying to you if there was part of me that wasn't like, fucking gi's stupid. I'm never going to be in a fight in a gi. Why am I here? But I did think about that. I was like, I should just go to this other place that does more no gi. And then I had to fucking call myself out. I had to pause and take a deep breath. And I'm like, wait, would I be leaving a school because it's harder? That's that's horrible. That is antithetical to anything jiu-jitsu, to anything martial artist, to anything Bruce Lee, to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you're getting your ass kicked somewhere, you have to go there. But dudes, a lot of people would do that. Or like I would just start posting like, gi sucks. And it's like, why is that? Is that because you almost got choked unconscious by like a gi choke that you didn't know was a thing? And it's like, yeah. So instead, I'm going to train there. I'm going to get fucking sick there. My no-gi, I'm going to be flying. So it's going to make my no-gi better. But like, again, dudes, like, if you are on the internet, not even in a fucking gym, if you're on the internet being like, your game isn't as good as, what are you afraid of? I want you to ask yourself, what are you afraid of? How is that? It is your ego, and it's not the good part of your ego. It's the shitty, weak, flaccid, limp dick part of your ego. And limp vaginas. Sorry.
Oh, got good. Your back. I thought we were in a dick circle again.
Nope. Got your back, ladies. Who's sexist now? Not this show. Limp dicks and vaginas. And go do something that's challenging. Go challenge yourself and get the fuck out of the comment section. There you go.
Nice rant. That was good. I like that. That was right. You know what I think schools should do if they really are concerned about being realistic in the way they train is they should only allow people to train in what they walked in and out of the real world in. So people coming from a job that are in construction are going to walk on with their construction boots and their overalls, and people that are coming from the white collar world are going to come in with their blazers. And
I'm going to walk in armed with guns and knives and be like, oh, sorry, I was just wearing this. I was just at the guns and knives store. Sorry, is this going to be a problem? I have like bulletproof vests.
Ass at this gym.
Yeah, everyone's so fucking scared of me. And then I'm going to start posting on other people's like no-gi shit. It's not realistic unless you come from the guns and knives stores, you pussies, or penises. I want to shout out one of our listeners because, again, we're building a community. We love hearing your rant ideas, your guest ideas, your questions, and this is about community. This is just about who Drew and I happen to be interviewing that week. So always hit us up in the DMs, or you can write, someone asked me, Rear Naked Radio Podcast at gmail.com.
That's right.
I got someone, I can't use their name because it's so insane, who was like, hey, I heard you guys talking about a Gracie Baja, the gi policy. And this guy goes to train at still a Gracie Baja school, I think. And he's wearing his old gi from his old school because his professor is at this new school. So he just went to train with his new professor. So he asked about it. He asked if they could, he asked if he could wear it. They said, yeah, it's fine. Because it was still like enough of an affiliation.
Yeah.
He sends me 2 pictures, 2 group pictures. One of them is the original picture. And the other one.
Oh, no. They made him redo it?
No, they photoshopped.
What?
I'll send you the dude. I'll send you the screenshots. They the one they posted.
That's like modern problems require modern solutions.
They're like, well, we can't beat the shit out of him anymore because the PC culture won't let us, but we can Photoshop his gi.
I'm just thinking of the guy who runs the social media for that club that already has like a Gracie Baja gi cut out PNG on his phone that he can just plaster onto people. Oh, I got to do 3 or 4 of them in this picture.
How fucking bonkers is that?
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought I'd end the show with that. I thought
that's amazing.
You guys would like that. So Drew hates Origin and
that's
women.
Right. Yeah, covered that. Jamie's gonna have bucktooth children from Alabama.
I'm gonna have bucktooth children when I definitely. Here's what I'm afraid of with the celibacy thing. I've done really well. This is the most. I feel like I've found myself. This is the healthiest I've been. My day-to-day is fucking awesome. Like the things I do and like the things I'm discovering that I like, which ties into Boogie. That was such a good fucking answer where I'm like, now when I meet someone, I'm like, I know the weird shit I like. And I'm like, this is, like be into this stuff or else like we don't have to date. And, but when you said the bucktooth thing, that scared me. This is something I didn't think about. What if I just get so pent up that when I finally do cave, it is with someone I should not?
No, and you blow a super load that like gets your like quadruple of the size. Just have quadruplets coming out of her.
Jamie was celibate for 2 months and now has 7 children. Oh no. All right. Because in my head, I'm like, if I wait this year, I'm going to be like just healthier. And when I meet someone, I'll be able to have like the healthiest, dopest, non-codependent relationship. But what will probably happen is I'll just end up with some fucking garbage piece and like
just some gargoyle from the red states. Lucky you. This didn't work, Tate.
Fuck you, Tate. Fuck you, man. I need to spend some time in your cabin. I'm hiding out from my 7 shitty children. They came out of the womb hating minorities somehow. We were supposed to do a short episode because we're both so loopy, and I think it showed, but I would not. I take back nothing. Unless our sponsors are unhappy, in which case I apologize.
We are going to redact this whole fucking thing.
The whole episode. Everything, whatever you want. Guys, go support SUPERARE, SUPERAREstore.com. Go support Origin Maine, Jobs Made in America, OriginMaine.com. Drew and I will be at 10th Planet Huntsville. Huntsville, February 22nd. We'll be posting all about it on our Instagrams. Drew's at because_jiu-jitsu. I'm at the Jamie Kilstein. Last weekend of the month, I'm doing shows in New Brunswick at the Stress Factory. And then next month, I'll be at the Stress Factory in Connecticut. We will both be doing commentary at Subversive in Miami. We talked all about it last week. But this is like the fucking coolest jiu-jitsu event that I've ever seen, let alone would be part of. So we're so excited to be doing that. And then other cities I'm doing stand-up in, I'll have details later, but just like be on the lookout. Edmonton, Vancouver, Minnesota, Phoenix, I'm headlining in April. And like we were talking about with Boogie, the second to last week of April, I will be at the Comedy Store and trying to work out doing a seminar as well with Gio at 10th Planet.
Sick, man. We Reverse Kimura official close guard series dropping next week.
It's next week?
Next week. I haven't released the exact date, but it's within a week.
We got to do something special on the show. Let's do that giveaway next week.
Nice. Yeah.
On the show. We'll tell you guys how you can do it. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is just youtube.com/RareNakedRadio. It's weird. Way more people listen to the podcast, and I thought YouTube is like bigger jiu-jitsu wise. So I think just if you guys like the episode, Drew and I aren't like YouTube savvy where we're not trying to make it like search engine optimized. We only have so much time. It's just me and Drew working on the show. So if you guys like it, share it to your YouTube channel. Tell people about it. But all social media helps. If you guys quote the show, if you post anything, we will always repost it.
If you want to meme Jamie in a Gracie Baja gi, it's gonna happen.
Don't do that. I also I respond. I get pretty overwhelmed with messages. I don't have nearly as big a following as Drew, but I think I seem very approachable. Like between my Twitter and Facebook and everything, I get a lot. I specifically, when they bring up Rear Naked Radio, like this is our baby. Like I will always respond. I don't think I've missed one Rear Naked Radio
and
message.
I will always forward mine to Jamie
to respond because I don't have as many followers. So if you want to, there's a man. What if there's a man?
I know. We're running into our Taekwondo classes starting in about 10 minutes here. So.
Just so you guys know, that's when Drew attacks all the Taekwondo people with jiu-jitsu and shouts Taekwondo doesn't work. It's very, I don't know why people
realistic. I keep it realistic.
Get them guns and knives. All right. We love you guys so much. We'll see you next week with another huge show. Go spread the word. Go follow us on all the shit. And bye.
Peace, homies. Love you.